Hello, everyone. Welcome to Everything Arsenal. I am absolutely buzzing. You know, I put on this classic kit today. You know, the Ian Wright and the Tony Adams days and the George Graham days and, the Martin Keown days. I think he was back at that time. The Nigel Winterburn days because it was 1-0 to the Arsenal, 1-0 to the Arsenal, 1-0. Come on, man. Let's go. That's how you do it. Arsenal never win away at Everton. Yeah, they never. But Declan Rice was not playing for Arsenal back then, Declan Rice was not there. Now he's there. Gabriel Jesus did not play that game last season. He came on today, made a difference. That's what I'm talking about, man. I predicted 3-1 for this game. I don't know why I predicted 3-1 because I know Everton are going to come and park the bus. It might have been 3 goals if the earlier goal from Martinelli had counted, because the moment he scored the goal, they're probably going to open up the game, or they're going to try and score, and then you're going to get more opportunities. But the moment he gets to halftime 0-0, you just know how they're gonna do it. They're gonna defend for the entire game, and they're gonna look for one chance, one corner kick, one free kick, and there you go, you have lost. But that is how you do it. And for some reason, the weird thing continues. Away from home, we just keep clean sheets every single time. But at the Emirates, usually concede 1, 2, 3 goals every single time. I don't know why, but that is an absolutely amazing win. There's a couple of grounds, a couple of stadiums where whenever we go there, I don't expect us to win by a bunch of goals. Like Leicester, when they're in the Premier League, usually 1-0, and we run away from there like we did last season. Crystal Palace are the other one, and Everton as well. If you go there and you win 1-0, you go away from there. It's not like if we had gone to Luton and won 1-0, I'd still be disappointed. I'd be like, hey, we need 3 or 4 goals here. If it was maybe Sheffield United or someone. But these stadiums like Everton, Crystal Palace, you get that 1-0 and you go away from there with the win. Not every team is going to win there. I already can tell you Tottenham is going to not going to win at Everton and all that. But what a win, man. What a win. And I was getting a bit worried. I was still chilled. I was like, we just need a couple of more chances. And looking at today's bench, that is the Arsenal we wanted, man. You looked at today's bench and I was like, you know what? There's a lot of players there that can change the game. 3 years ago, bro, we had Aubameyang and Lacazette and all those guys. If Aubameyang didn't score, we didn't have anyone else to come from the bench. I was looking at the bench and you have Maitland-Niles, you're like, Willock, you're like, I'm not sure, man. Nelson back then, you're like, I'm not really sure. Are they going to really make the difference away at Everton? Right now, today I looked at that bench, I'm like, what? Trossard can come on. Jesus can come on. So even defensively, you have the likes of Tomiyasu to come on. Absolutely amazing. So we have players who can change the game. We got an injury. I hope it's not serious, because Martinelli has actually not gotten injured for quite a long time since he had that 1 year out with injury. He's been fit a lot. But let's go through the game. Let me know how you guys are feeling. This is the perfect way to go to the Champions League. Get a win against Everton away from home. 4 wins out of 5 games, still unbeaten. I wanted us to keep up with those top teams, because the moment you let Man City go ahead by 5 points, you're probably never going to catch them. And this season, it looks like Liverpool are doing very good. It looks like Tottenham are doing very good as well. So you have to, I never like saying that, by the way. Tottenham are doing good. I never like saying that, but they are doing good. And we needed to stay with them, especially considering next week we have Tottenham. Next week, you have a chance of going ahead of them. And then the next 4 games after that, we're going to have Chelsea, you're going to have Man City and all those guys. So we needed to win today, and we got the 3 points and a clean sheet, man. Arsenal never win at Everton. Yes, I know. But the likes of Saliba and Declan Rice are not playing for Arsenal together against Everton, Saliba today again, oh my goodness, what a player. We have struggled, guys, man. We've had the likes of Scolacci and Sylvester. We've struggled. Now we have players like Saliba, absolutely fantastic. Let me know how you guys are feeling as you go through the match reaction. Douglas says Raya. We'll talk about Raya as well. He looks like David Silva playing in goal, man. His passes are crazy. Zinchenko, Fabio, Trossard, Rice, Saka, Saliba, all of them. Good evening, Anu. I'm doing good. Super win, says Samuel. Iwobios, their champ, says Laney. We finally win that. You could say that. Iwobi recently left. We need to humble Tottenham next week. We usually do at the Emirates. Let's hope we do it next week. And it's great going into that game with confidence. Let me know what you made of the game as you go through the match reaction. Let's start with the lineup. So this is the lineup we went for today. I actually didn't expect Ramsdale to be on the bench today and Raya to start, but maybe it's that's how it is looking at it. I thought Raya would definitely start in the Champions League and then Ramsdale will play in the Premier League games. But it actually looks like now I really cannot wait to see who plays in the Champions League. Like if it's Ramsdale, then I know maybe I just want to rotate. Ramsdale will probably play 3 games in the Champions League. Raya will play 3 in the Premier League. They'll play like 25, and the other one will play like 13 games. I don't really mind that, but I don't agree with people who are saying Ramsdale has been dropped. Ramsdale has not been dropped. He's just been nominated for the Yashin Trophy, the best goalkeeper in the world. He's not a bad goalkeeper. There's a reason he's been nominated there, and I absolutely love him. As you can see, they love each other. No one is mad about the other one. So I'm happy whoever starts. Like Raya's kicking today, his ball handling as well. I thought they were great. So we went to David Raya in goal. I can't to see who starts in midweek. Back four, the same back four we went for against Man United, the back four we've been crying for the whole season. That's Zinchenko, Gabriel, Saliba, and also Ben White. And then midfield, Declan Rice, Odegaard, and Fabio Vieira. Vieira finally got a start. Many people wanted Vieira to start. In that position, I had Trossard in my starting lineup to start in that Vieira position, but I didn't mind Vieira starting anyway because he does deserve to start after the last couple of performances. And then Saka, Martinelli, and Nketiah up front. I also kind of didn't mind Nketiah starting because I know Jesus is going to start in the Champions League. Also, spoiler alert, I think Havertz will definitely start in the Champions League. I think he's going to go for a couple of players who are experienced in terms of playing in the Champions League, and Havertz is one of them. I think he's going to start in that game. And then on the bench, like our bench is so good these days, man. Like, and we still have injuries like Partey and Timber and all those guys. Like our bench, like is so good. Like I'm looking at Ramsdale. Imagine Ramsdale on the bench, Kivio, Tomiyasu, Jorginho, experience, Havertz, Trossard, Smith Rowe, Jesus, Nelson, like a lot of very good players on the bench, players who can make the difference depending on what you want to do. Like we have different ideas of like the players on the bench, everyone has a different ability. Like if you want a goal, bring on Jesus. Like if you want to control the game, you're leading 1-0, you can bring on Jorginho. If you just want to defend, you can bring on Kivio or Tomiyasu, like a lot. And if you just want the pace of Nelson, even like if you just want to open up spaces and you want to get players in the box, you'd have brought on Havertz earlier if it was like they were leading or something. Smith Rowe as well. Smith Rowe will get his chance, by the way. Don't worry. I'm usually not worried about, especially Jesus being on the bench today. I'm not worried. Like, he just came from injury. I have no problem with him being on the bench for 3 or 4 games. He will start in the Champions League. Also, Smith Rowe, he will get his chance. Champions League is coming up. The Carabao Cup is coming up. A lot of big games. There's a time I think he scored in the North London Derby, if I'm not wrong. The games are coming. The games are coming. All of the players are going to get a chance. So I was happy with that squad. No problems at all. The one thing that people are crying about is the back four, and you've gone back to our usual back four. So the others, whoever starts, I don't really mind. Whether it's Fabio Vieira or Trossard starting to Martinelli, I don't really mind. So what did I want in this game? I wanted us to score an early goal, because I know, like, if you don't score an early goal against Everton, you're going to be in a bit of trouble. Just going to park the bus, not in terms of being in trouble, like they're going to score a lot of goals against, they're just going to park the bus and you're not going to score. And they're going to get one corner kick, Tarkowski is going to head it in, and that is it. So I wanted us to get an early goal. The first minute, there's an interception that Declan Rice made in the very first minute. Like 59 seconds in, Declan Rice just makes an interception and puts us on the attack. Like, what a signing. The people who are saying Rice is not worth 100 million, 105, you're right, because it's worth 200 or something. We literally need to call West Ham and tell them, listen, West Ham, let's put our problems behind us. We're actually going to send another 80 million to your account right now. Like, what an amazing player Declan Rice is. And then from there on, the next 15 minutes, it's a lot of defending from Everton. We are trying to create a lot of chances, but we are not actually having any shots on target until the goal in the 20th minute, or the goal that we thought was a goal. Now, let me make one thing clear, because I've seen Ten Hag. Ten Hag missed excuses, man. I've seen Ten Hag complaining about offsides and all that. I never complain about offsides, because I'm one that believes if it's offside, it's offside. Even if it's one finger ahead, whether it's just a strand of hair that is ahead, I never complain about offside. Like, if an offside is an offside, unless it happens where, like last season against Brentford, where the referee forgets to check when it was offside, then that we can be mad about, because that against Brentford was definitely offside. The referee was the one who forgot to draw the line. But in terms of the referee checking and it's just a millimeter offside, I usually don't have a problem with that. So there's a part of me that still believes, yeah, that is offside, even though it came from the Everton. If it's an offside today, I hope it's an offside tomorrow, because it came off an Everton player. I never understand. Like, it's very difficult to understand these days. Like no one knows what a penalty is. Like if I ask you what a penalty is, if I show you an image right now and ask you if this is a penalty, like someone is going to say no, someone is going to say yes. Like no one knows. Like it's supposed to be as easy as a handball penalty. This is an intentional, not a penalty. The same with offsides. It's a bit confusing because sometimes you see it given, sometimes you don't see it given. I actually don't have a problem with that being disallowed because the moment it came out of Gabriel's leg, I think Nketiah was offside, so I think that is what they look at because the ball came from Doucouré. If they're looking at that, it's definitely not offside. But they're also supposed to be looking at was Gabriel's intention passing the ball to Nketiah. That is what they're supposed to look at. But they didn't. So do you guys think this was offside or do you think it was not offside? Let me know. The ball came from Doucouré, but I think they usually check when the ball left Gabriel's leg, was Nketiah offside, even though it deflected past someone else. I don't know, but it's very hard to obviously know what is offside these days, what is a penalty these days. But I was not really too bothered. I wanted it to count because if you score an early goal against Everton like that, you're probably going to get 2 or 3 because they're going to push up and you're going to get more spaces. But they disallowed it. Now, in terms of it being offside or not, forgetting about where it came from, that's what I'm saying. Even if Nketiah's, even if it's just one finger or just something small, I believe if it's offside, it's offside. So we just had to bounce back from that. Sometimes it goes their way, sometimes it doesn't. Last time against Man United 2 weeks ago, it went our way. Their goal was disallowed. We got the rub of the green and we got the 2 goals and we won the game. We didn't get a penalty in that game. It was like changed. Like we got a penalty, the referee went to the VAR, it changed. Last season, I remember Ben White like fouled the goalkeeper after Trossard scored against Leicester. It was disallowed. Sometimes they make a mistake like against Brentford, but sometimes they get a benefit. Like some people are saying last year against Liverpool, it wasn't supposed to be a penalty and Jesus was fouled. Yeah, you just have to put that behind you and go on and try and get another one. And I was still confident that you would get another one. So offside is offside. But let's talk about the goal itself. Fabio Vieira's pass to Martinelli, incredible. Like that is like it was so perfect. Like Fabio Vieira to his best friend, another assist for Vieira, first goal for Martinelli. I really wanted it to come, but it didn't. We had to bounce back. But unfortunately, 1 minute later, this guy was injured. Martinelli is injured. I really hope it's not a long-term injury or anything like that. Man, like how unlucky can you get? I'm sure he's been waiting to play in the Champions League and then he gets injured 3 days before. Like he's not scored a goal this season. He really wanted that goal to count as well. He got an assist from his best friend on screen right now. Like he wanted that to count as well. There's a North London derby coming up next week. Of course, he wanted to play in that. So I hope it is not not a serious injury or anything, because Martinelli and Saka, both of them have been able to stay fit a lot. I know Martinelli got injured at the end of last season, but he only missed like 2 games or 3 games at the end, but he usually stays fit. So hopefully it's not that serious. I think you can survive. I mean, now listen, PSV are a very good team. We are going to talk about them in the preview, but PSV are a very good team, and so are Tottenham this season. So you wanted someone like Martinelli in that game, but we have a squad. Like I don't have a problem with Trossard starting. I don't have a problem with Fabio Vieira starting. We still have a squad. The only time I usually have a problem is if Saka and Odegaard are both not on the pitch. That's when I'm like, we need at least one of them on the pitch. But whether it's Trossard starting or Martinelli or all that, I usually don't have a problem with it. Zinchenko or Tomiyasu. Zinchenko gives us a lot, I know, going forward. But that's why you have a squad. Whoever starts, it's okay. So that goal was disallowed. Martinelli went off injured. Trossard came on, and I watched Trossard twice during the international break. He scored an amazing goal in the last game for Belgium. I think I don't remember the opponents. I don't know if it was Estonia or something. He scored a brilliant goal, and he was getting into so many spaces. He was going around in that game. And today I was very confident he'd do the same, and that is exactly what he did. Saliba, the rest of the first half, Saliba's defending was just immense, man. Like, this play is just incredible. Like, how lucky are we to have Saliba at Arsenal, man? Like, I'm so happy we brought him back to Arsenal because his defending is just absolutely amazing. And then there's the usual, I mean, if you watch WWE, The Rock and John Cena came back the other day, and Mikalenko is like John Cena. Like, what did Saka do to you? Like, these guys, every time they're marking Saka, it's like Triple H and, Randy Orton and Sami Zayn and all those guys, man. It's like WWE SmackDown, man. Like, he's literally holding him, man. Like Big Show settings, man. Like, he's literally holding him and pushing him and all that. I literally respect Saka, man. Like, he's been able to play like 90 minutes in a row. He gets fouled like 5-6 times per game. And then the worst thing is, I don't even think I've seen anyone getting a yellow card for fouling Saka. And I think Saka has like 2 or 3 yellow cards already this season. Him, he fouls someone once, he gets a yellow card. Everyone else fouls him 6, 7 times, no yellow card. Look at that. Look at how he's holding him, man. Like throughout the game. That is how it was. Like he was just pushing him around and holding him. Like absolutely crazy. But he didn't manage to hold him for the assist, though, right? I mean, he'll still get a chance, though. But yes, that was basically the rest of the first half. Saliba with a bit of great defending. Zinchenko had a very good pass for Vieira. I was liking the way Vieira was getting himself into spaces. I know he missed a couple of shots. Would have done better, like shooting with his right foot, maybe turn back to your left and shoot it. I know. This time in the second half, I was like, shoot Vieira and everything. I don't think he had a bad performance, especially defensively. He was winning his duels in midfield and he was coming back and defending. I do love that. But I know he's going to come good. He's already come good. This is not the Fabio Vieira we saw from last season. This is a more confident Fabio Vieira. He's getting assists. He got an assist today. The goal was disallowed. So I'm happy that he's getting himself back to the groove that he was having back at FC Porto. So 0-0 at halftime after Saliba's incredible block and the time that they were looking for a penalty. Everton, Saliba didn't really foul him at all. So 0-0 at halftime. What do you want in the second half? I don't really need any subs. I was saying, like, get to the 55th minute, bring on Jesus for Nketiah, and then if it gets a bit tougher, I knew he was going to bring Havertz, so I was like, maybe 60th minute or something, you can bring him on, maybe for Fabio Vieira if he doesn't contribute anything in the second half. But right away in the second half, within the first 30 seconds of the second half, I think it was Nketiah went to the left side, put in across. There was no one there, and then Odegaard shot the ball. Pickford made a good save, and then Declan Rice just controlling that midfield. Man, what a player, man! Like last season, we went to Everton. They had Doucouré, Idrissa Gana Gueye, and also Onana. We struggled. Like, was it Jorginho who played? I think it was Jorginho, but I think Partey was injured. I don't remember who. I think it was Jorginho in that game. Jorginho, Odegaard, and someone else. But we struggled against their physicality. Like, they were just hitting Odegaard, hitting. I don't remember who else was there. They were dominating us. But this season, I knew Declan Rice there, it's going to be different. This is 105 million for a reason. He's there for a reason. Like players like Doucouré, Declan Rice is not scared of them. He's tall. I watched Declan Rice when he played against Scotland the other day and also against Ukraine. Like he makes it look so easy in midfield. Like he's so comfortable in the ball. He can pick out a pass. He's not afraid of a tussle and a tackle in midfield. He's very good in terms of interceptions. He'll win the ball back for you. He'll help you get goals and everything. So for the people who don't understand football a lot, there's people who are like just watch football casually, and they're like, why are you paying 100 million for midfield and not a striker? Yes, I understand paying 100 million for players like Osimhen would be incredible, but that midfield is like the spine, the engine of your team, like the engine room. Like if you don't have an engine, your car cannot run. All these other wingers, Saka, Martinelli, these are just the rims and the bumpers to the car and all that, tint and all that. They're good, but you need the engine to run the car, and Declan Rice is exactly that. Declan Rice will protect your defense. You're not going to concede a goal, and on top of that, he's going to get the ball in midfield, make an interception. Basically, is the difference between you conceding a goal and you scoring a goal, or you conceding a chance and you creating a chance. Like that interception in midfield when McNeil and Ashley Young are running forward, and then Declan Rice takes the ball here, and Ashley Young is already forward. He passes the ball to Trossard. There's a lot of space there. Declan Rice does a lot of that. So I'm very confident Declan Rice there. I cannot wait for Partey to come back. I still kind of want to see both of them in midfield together. I feel like that is going to be very solid. But let's see how it works. But Declan Rice was very good in that second half. Gabriel picks up a yellow card, and then we finally made a sub. Jesus came on for Nketiah. Now I don't think Nketiah was terrible. He was a bit quiet. But Nketiah also, I mean, for the thing with Nketiah and Jesus, I don't think they usually just sit in the box and wait around for the ball. Both of them usually come into midfield and, like they try and get the ball and all that. They rotate and all that. They tackle, they put in, they run to the left, run to the right side. Today he was a bit quiet in terms of that. He needed someone to create chances for him. Today he didn't really get a lot of chances apart from that one in the second half where he shot the ball into cleared. So I don't think it was the game for him. I remember a couple of seasons ago away at Everton, he missed like a chance all by himself in front of goal. Maybe he doesn't enjoy the games against Everton. So I wanted us to bring on Jesus. We did, and the moment Jesus came on, the next 5 minutes, we were getting corner after corner, the touches between Jesus and Odegaard and Saka. Man, I love Saka. I love Martinelli, but Odegaard, man, like, okay, Saka was not really signed. Martinelli was signed, but in terms of signings, I think Odegaard is like the best signing you've ever made, like in a long time. long time. And Aubameyang was great. Aubameyang came and basically won a trophy by himself for us. He was scoring every single goal for us. Great. I was so happy when he signed Alexis Sanchez. He was incredible for us. Ozil, incredible signing. We won an FA Cup immediately. Came to Arsenal. All those signings were great. But like Odegaard, like in terms of just like the way he makes football look so easy, man. Like what for 30 million as well. Ozil was 42 million. Odegaard was like 30, 35 something million. And I remember when Odegaard came to Arsenal 2020, 2021 season, he had a couple of poor games and people are like, yeah, this guy is not meant for the Premier League. Oh, how wrong were you, man? Like, how wrong were people about that? Right, like he makes football look so easy. And then he came back, and then even when he went back to Real Madrid, people are like, yeah, we don't really need to sign him. Let's bring in Madison. Odegaard has been an incredible signing, man. People are signed for 100 million and they don't do anything. Man United, but they never do anything. At Arsenal, absolutely incredible signing, Odegaard. The corner kick. Got a couple of corner kicks. Saka and Odegaard took them short, and I was like, okay, the third one you need to take a long corner. Just put the ball into the box, and they took another short corner. But the way they worked it on that right side, Odegaard and Saka, absolutely fantastic. So they gave the ball to Fabio Vieira from that short corner kick. I think Odegaard passed the ball to Fabio Vieira. That's when I was screaming for Fabio Vieira to shoot the ball, you're by yourself, and you have the technique. We saw the goal he scored against Barcelona in pre-season. But he didn't. He gave the ball back to Odegaard, I think, on the right side, and then Odegaard's vision, man. You know, he didn't score today, he didn't assist, but like that goal, like you can't score that goal without Odegaard because he's the one who, like, you gave the pass to Saka and opened up the game. You can't score that goal without Odegaard on the pitch. And Saka, even if he's not going to be lively as much as we want him to be, he'll still get a goal or an assist. And he got that goal, and then that finish, man. That finish from Trossard was absolutely freaking incredible, man. Like with his left foot as well. The technique that Trossard has, you know, his left, he literally reminds me of Cazorla. I know many of you have said that before. He literally reminds me of Cazorla. Left foot, right foot as well. Trossard, I think, is exactly like Cazorla. I think if you give him a penalty, he can actually take it with his left foot, no problem. If you give him a corner free kick, he can take it with left foot, right foot, absolutely no problem. And in a game like this, you're either going to get one or two shots, three good chances. You have to take at least one of them. Then in the first half, the goal was disallowed. You have to try and get another one. And Trossard, players like Trossard, that one chance, that is not even a very good chance. That is a half chance. It fell on his weaker foot, just like from a tight angle as well. And he put it in like off the post as well. You know, whenever they hit the post and go in, it feels even better. When someone shoots the ball and hits the post and it goes in, you remember when Jorginho did it against Aston Villa last season, 4-2 at Villa Park, that goal? Like it hits the post and goes in, it feels even better, man. It feels even better. So fantastic goal from Trossard. And that is only his second goal for Arsenal, by the way. He's usually like Mr. Crossard, like he assists a lot, but that goal, absolutely fantastic. So, and then there's someone called Mudryk. You know, I watched the Chelsea game today. So thank you, Chelsea. Like I've never said this, but thank you, Chelsea. Maybe Mudryk could have come to Arsenal and performed, but us not signing Mudryk, it gave us the opportunity of getting Trossard for 25 million. 25 million Trossard. Let me ask you, Trossard, 25 million, Anthony, 80, 90 million. Who's the better player? I would have Trossard 100 times. Out of 100 times, I'd have Trossard in my team 100 times. Anthony is more than that. Even let's not even go to them because they're a very terrible team anyway. Let's stay home. Pepe, he didn't get a chance, blah, blah, is fine. Pepe was very good for a couple of seasons. I know they won us an FA Cup as well, but for example, Pepe cannot use his right foot, you know. Trossard, the way Pepe can never use his right foot. Trossard can use his left foot very easily. Like that alone, that puts Trossard here and Pepe here, like right away. So if you compare that 25 million to 72 million, absolutely fantastic signing, and it changed the game for us. And that is one of the reasons why these days, like even if Martinelli goes off, you're like, it's fine. You're going to get another one. It's okay. That's the reason, because you have players like Trossard to come on. And we didn't miss Martinelli today because Trossard was on the pitch. Like, it's not even just that. Like, there's a time he came back defensively, he was like getting the ball. There's a time he ran like past 5-6 players and created a chance or something like that. Like, absolutely fantastic player, man. Fantastic player. So, wonderful goal. And from that point on, when you get a goal like that against Everton, don't let them score. You remember when you scored those two goals against Fulham 2 weeks ago? we are not supposed to let them equalize because you've worked so hard. And now at Everton, when you get that one goal, don't let them score because you're not going to get another one because they're going to park the bus. And from that point on, we started seeing the qualities of, Saliba, Declan Rice, and more. I still saw everyone giving away the ball. I saw Declan Rice giving away the ball in the 93rd minute. I was like, oh no, please don't score. Even Trossard gave away the ball once, but that happens. Like, you can't have a flawless game without giving away the ball. Both of them gave away the ball. And Havertz came on, Tomiyasu came on, Vieira and Zinchenko also came on. We only made 3 subs today, right? Oh, we didn't use all our subs, but hey, we don't have to. Everyone is going to get their chance. So those are our 3 subs today. I actually think Havertz did well defensively when he came on, and I think Tomiyasu also did well defensively when they came on. So absolutely no problem with today. Another clean sheet away from home, going to Everton, our first win there since 2017. The last time we won at Everton, there's no one who was there who's still here right now. Like, that squad that day, Aubameyang wasn't there. It was Lacazette, Sanchez, Ozil, Willock was in that squad as well, Mustafi, Pleno, like the whole squad, the 11 players who are playing and the 7 on the bench, none of them is still at Arsenal right now. Iwobi was playing for Arsenal that day as well. Even the manager has changed as well. Like, the whole team is different. So the mentality has to change. That is what needs to change. Last season, it has changed now. Like, last season, we were like, we can't win at Tottenham. We never win at Chelsea. We never win at this. We were this close to win at Liverpool. We went to Tottenham, won. We went to which other team gives us a lot of problem? I think we went to Wolves, won easily, went to Brentford, won easily, went to Brighton, won easily. But those teams, Liverpool away, Everton away, Chelsea away, Man City away, those teams that you never beat away. Things have changed now. Now we've beaten Tottenham, we've beaten Everton. There's still a couple. We've beaten Chelsea like the last 3 seasons away from home. Now it's only Liverpool and Man City remaining. I don't know if you can beat those teams away from home, but let's see how it goes. But it's great to have that mentality. I'm telling you, like, there's no way we would have won this game 3 years ago. Absolutely no chance. No chance. This game that is nil, and Tarkowski is there fouling people, and Doucouré is physical and all that. Sorry if the net is going down, but hopefully you can hear me. Like, all those games, like, there's no way we'd have won that game. So absolutely fantastic win. And they added 4 minutes. I was absolutely buzzing. Another 3 points. You have to keep up with Man City, keep up with Liverpool, keep up with Tottenham. You have to. We can't let them go that far. And Tottenham next week, we have a chance of beating them, going ahead of them and keeping up with Man City at the top. That is what you want to see next week. But we have a Champions League game before that. A very tough Champions League game, by the way. PSV. PSV, I think, have not lost a game since February. They are a very good team. February is a long time ago. They've not lost a game. So that's a game that is not going to be easy for us. So if you're just joining, I'm wearing this kit because it was 1-0 to the Arsenal. 1-0, Come on, George Graham days, man. You score and you not park the bus, didn't really park the bus, but you get a 1-0 win. If you can't score 5-4 goals, 1-0 is enough and you go away from there, especially in a place where you usually don't win. Absolutely no problem. Let me take a few of your comments before I go to the player ratings. John says, Raya so comfortable on the ball, 100%. Congratulations. Fabio missed a lot of chances, but he played well. I'm not sure about missing. He scuffed a lot of them. Maybe wrong decision. There's a couple of times he shot the ball. I was like, don't shoot from there, man. Like, pass the ball or something, or keep the ball. But the second one was blocked. I think the one that Odegaard went through and the shot was saved. I really wanted that to go in, but I don't think he was bad. He was okay. I mean, yes, maybe you should have done better with a lot of that. Like Kazola, like Trossard says, Mark says Raya is better than Ramsdale. Now, that's one I definitely don't agree. There's people who are making that, there's people who are jealous that Arsenal have 2 good goalkeepers, so they want us to turn on Ramsdale. I keep on reminding you, Ramsdale has just been nominated for the best goalkeeper in the world. There's a reason. He's still a very good goalkeeper. So whoever starts in midweek, I have no problem. Whoever starts in against PSV, against Tottenham. But I'm not in a position to say Raya is better than Ramsdale. Ramsdale is better than Raya. We are past those days. Those days of Aubameyang is better than Lacazette or Mkhitaryan is better than Ozil. Those days are gone, man. Right now, whoever plays, that is okay. If you want to play Ben White or Tomiyasu, that is fine. If you want to play Jorginho in midfield, that is fine. If you want to start Fabio Vieira, Trossard, that is fine. I have no problem. Like, I'm not going to say this one is better than this one. And then the other problem, I'm going to come to it on the player ratings, but we didn't really even get to see Raya being tested because Everton were parking the bus. I wanted even them to like shoot the ball 2 or 3 times. At least let's see Raya saving the ball. But the other things they need to do, is like, as I said, is like David Silva playing in goal. Like those passes are incredible. James says Odegaard proved everyone wrong. It's a good thing for to get the 3 points. Good work, Ghana's expecting more to come. Smith Rowe, why not get a chance? I mean, he will get a chance. It depends on the game, and it depends on the game where he's going to play or when he's going. He's definitely going to play soon, but maybe against Fulham, he should have gotten a chance. But today, personally, I wouldn't really have bought on Smith or anything like that. I was asking for Jorginho and Tomiyasu and Jesus in a game like this. Ima says, Glenn, don't complain. We have our own Undertaker, Gabriel Magalhaes. Who's the king of the team then? Saliba? Smith Rowe will play against Tottenham. Watch this. He won't start. Maybe come off the bench. I know he's definitely going to start against Brentford the following week. A win at Everton is what you needed, and you've gotten it, guys. Yeah. Especially going to Everton is not easy, man. Anu says, Glenn, that's not offside because Gabriel is directing the ball to the wide, and that is my problem. Like, he was not passing the ball to Nketiah. Like, if he was passing the ball to Nketiah and then deflects off to Kure, I still think that is offside. And then the problem is, my only problem, as I said, if it's offside, it's offside. I usually don't have any problems with offside calls. Offside is offside, even if it's just a finger ahead, it's offside. But the problem is next week is going to be allowed. That's the problem with the referees in England. Like, next week is going to be a goal. Another team will score that and they're going to count it. That's the problem. For me, it's not offside. Says, Anu, how are you? I'm Alex. Nice seeing you. I'm doing good. Let Arteta choose the lineup based on the player performance, but you could do something better this season, says Cities. Yeah, personally, I have no problem who starts. I wanted the same back four, though. The rest of the team, I'm okay. If even Nketiah starts, Jesus starts, I have no problem, really. Good work, keep it up, says Emmanuel. It was offside, says Lee. When he scored, I said it straight away. I said it as well, but I thought it was Gabriel passing the ball directly to him. I was like, yeah, that is offside. They didn't even celebrate that goal. And then they were like, it could be onside, but yeah, it was offside. But hey, things like that happen. You have to go back and score another one. It was a good performance given our poor record at Goodison Park. A bit unlucky not to have scored more. Yeah, Odegaard in the second half. And the goal that was disallowed, we could have had more. And Everton didn't really do a lot in terms of attacking, but yeah, we get the win and get away from there. Teams like this, even Brighton, if you go to Brighton right now and you win 1-0, 2-1, 5-4, you get away from there. Like, those are very good teams, like at their place. The fans give them a lot of like energy and all that. We win, you deserve that game. I won the Premier League this season, says Lee. Ahmed Dane says, I didn't watch the game, but I'm happy for the win, and that's what matters. I'm so happy and proud of our boys. It was not an easy game, guys, but they have managed to win the game. Congratulations, says Teddy. Yeah, throughout the season, you're going to have to win the game differently. You're going to win some games 5-0. You're going to win some games 2-1, where you score 2 goals like we did against Nottingham Forest, and then we get a bit comfortable, and then Nottingham Forest score, and then we have to defend for the last few minutes. That kind of win is going to happen. Some wins, you're going to concede fast, and you're going to have to come back from behind and get 2 goals and win it 2-1. Sometimes it's going to be 0-0. You're going to have to score in the last minute, all that. Like, you have to win differently. To win titles and trophies, you have to win all the games differently. Sometimes penalty shootout in the cup games. Genesis says, honestly, we are proud of our boys. Kai should be on the bench for a long time. I don't think that is going to happen. I think he's going to start in the Champions League. Smith Rowe, Nelson, Jorginho, they're available to be on the pitch. All of those guys, they're very creative on the pitch. Coach should take time on this. It hurts me a lot. Immediately Kai Havertz gets in, we start dropping the position. Now you see, I don't really agree that. You can't tell me Havertz came when he lost the ball. Come on. Let's not do that. Come on, man. We've just won a game 1-0 at Goodison Park, and Genesis is telling me like Havertz came on and he started losing the ball. That is not true. That is not true. Let's be fair in terms of analysis. I love Declan Rice. He gave away the ball in the 94th minute. We almost considered a goal. Trossard gave away the ball around the 85th minute. We almost did they give away the ball because Havertz came on the pitch? Come on. I have no problem with him being on the bench, though. I actually want him to be on the bench for a couple of games and come on. Maybe he will be more confident if he comes on and scores a goal. Maybe like putting the pressure on him from the first minute, maybe that is bad. But saying he came on and then he started dropping. I don't agree with that. He actually won us the ball a couple of times when Everton was going to score. So people choose to see what they want to see. Thank you for the comment, Genesis. Iwobi there. I read that already. Let's see. We look a very different top team without Kai, says George. Everyone plays so well. I'm happy for everything we did. That one I have no problem with. That kind of comment I have no problem with. Like, I have no problem with him not on the bench and not starting. But someone saying he came on and started giving away the ball. Did he really give away the ball that many times? If he gave away the ball once, that is fine. I saw the other players giving away the ball as well the same time. So I think he will start in the Champions League, though. I think Arteta will go for like 2 or 3 players who've played in the Champions League before. I think that is going to happen. So Everton 0, Arsenal 1. Let's go to the player ratings. We kept a clean sheet today, second clean sheet of the season. Let's start with our goalkeeper. I am going to go. I mean, he didn't have a lot of shots to save, but in terms of ball handling, there's a couple of times he came and like handled the ball very well. His kick is just unbelievable. I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. Good debut, a clean sheet. I can't give him a 7 because he kept a clean sheet. I'm going to have to upgrade. I usually give them an extra point for getting a clean sheet. So, although stick with the 7. Let's stick with the 7 for Raya because he only had 1 shot to save. The kicking was great and the clean sheet was great and the ball handling from corners and all that. I'm going to stick with the 7 because he had 1 shot to save. So we have to consider all that. So 7 for Raya. Defensively, let's start with the right back, Ben White. I love Ben White, man. Like there's a time he goes puts in those crosses. People say he can't attack. I see him going forward and putting in crosses, creating a couple of chances, winning the balls in midfield. There's a time, you see that shot Ben White took right before halftime, like on the right side, like they were dribbling the ball with Odegaard, and then I think Odegaard flicked the ball to him and White shot the ball. Like that kind of play, absolutely fantastic. So I 100% love Ben White. I think another very, very good signing for us. So I'm going to give Ben White a 7 as well. I'll just keep a clean sheet. Zinchenko goes forward so many times. Like the thing I love about Zinchenko is very comfortable in the ball. He does lose a couple of times in dangerous situations, but he's very comfortable in the ball, going forward, like on the right side, on the left side, he creates a couple of chances. Sometimes these days he shoots the ball and never gets the chance to shoot the ball, just shoots the ball as well. It basically gives us another dimension in terms of going forward, which is great. So he kept a clean sheet today, so I'm going to give Zinchenko a 7 as well. The center back, someone called Gabriel Undertaker, so we're going to call Saliba Kane. Saliba, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. He did more, like the tackling, the blocks as well. The time Everton were asking for a penalty, like the way he just tackled and he pulled away from the tackle. He knows when to tackle, when not to tackle. Absolutely fantastic player. So I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10 for today. William Saliba, clean sheet as well. I'm so happy he came back to Arsenal, man. So happy. 8 out of 10 for Saliba. Next up is Gabriel. I saw Gabriel putting in 2 blocks and I think 2 clearances. I think Saliba was slightly better, but I think the centre backs were better than the full backs today. I think Ben White and Zinchenko are good, but I think Gabriel and Saliba dealt well with the corners and the free kicks from them, and also in terms of blocking the ball and all that. So I'm just going to give both of them an 8 out of 10, Gabriel and Saliba. I think Saliba was slightly better. 8 out of 10 for both of them. Midfield-wise, man, I just love Declan Rice. Not the 10 out of 10 performance he had against Man United. Today was not a 10 out of 10. He actually gave away the ball like after the 90th minute. I was like, please don't score. But the rest of the game, and the way he controls our midfield, he wins the ball back for us, all that. He put in a couple of tackles as well. Maybe he could have gotten a yellow card. But today I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. Fantastic. And the reason why you're able to win a game like that today is because you have Declan Rice and you didn't have him the last 4 or 5 seasons. So 8 out of 10 for Declan Rice. Odegaard, the assist didn't score, but the reason why he scored today is because of players like Odegaard, like the pass to Saka to open up the gap and the short corner, the way he worked it on the right side with Saka. Fantastic. I'm going to give Odegaard 7 out of 10. Literally one of my favorite players, man. One of my favorite Arsenal players. 7 out of 10. Fabio Vieira. First half, I mean, the goal got disallowed. He had assisted that Martinelli goal, but you can't count that. But it was a very good pass. You have to talk about it as well. Like, it was a very, very good pass from Fabio Vieira that first half. could have had another assist for us. And I think he's amongst the most assists in the Premier League this season so far. I think he's one of the players who have the most assists alongside the likes of Foden and all those guys. Yes, he did fluff a couple of opportunities I thought he should have done better with. He was part of that corner kick that we scored. Like, he was part of that build-up with Odegaard and Saka. But yeah, I think he should have done a bit better for a couple of chances. So I'm going to give Fabio. I'm going to be fair. He did a bit of defensive work as well. I love the defensive work. I think it's a 6 out of 10. It's a 6 out of 10 going to if I was doing halves, I would have given him 6.5, not 5.5. So I think it's a 6 going to a 6.5. But yes, the reason I'm giving him not giving him a 7 is because a couple of times you're supposed to, like, not part to shoot the ball, you're shooting the ball a bit. I mean, I think he's very confident, which is good. I'm happy that he's confident. And since he's done very well, I think he also wanted to score. So he was like trying a bit hard to score. So 6 out of 10 for Vieira today. Not a bad performance, but it was just above okay. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if he started next week again. That's what I'm saying. 6 out of 10 for Vieira. And the forward players, I mean, Martinelli was subbed off. So Ali had already scored, but got subbed off. I think he did okay before he went off. So for the 25 minutes, he was 20 minutes, 22 minutes he was on. I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10. Bukayo Saka, I mean, it's still not the Bukayo Saka that we know. The Bukayo Saka that we know is going to put the left back in a lot of trouble. Like, he's going to just get the ball. I don't know if that is because we're not using the right side too much, which is good. We are using Odegaard, you're using Trossard on the left side, which is good as well. We are using Zinchenko as well. So maybe that is why you're not seeing Saka too much. But even if you don't see Saka, last week, he's the one who put in that corner for Declan Rice to score. This week is the one who got in that position and put in the cross for Trossard to score. So he still turns up, and without him, you're probably not going to score the goals. I'm going to give Saka for today a 7 out of 10. I think that is fair enough. He got the assist, so I'm giving him an extra point for getting the assist. Who started up front? Eddie Nketiah. A bit quiet. I got into a few battles here and there, but didn't really get any chances. I'm really thinking, is it an average performance? Not 3 or 4. Now, I know some people are going to say 3 or 4 now. It's not a 3 out of 4 performance. It could be a 5 or 6. What are we going to give Nketiah? Am I forgetting anything? I mean, first half, I think he was very quiet. Second half, he got involved a bit. There's a shot he had that Tarkowski blocked. Which minute did Nketiah get subbed off? 64th minute. I think his performance now, I'm going to give him a 6 as well, but difference with Fabio Vieira. Fabio Vieira 6 is like 6.5, but Nketiah 6 is like 5.5, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, we didn't see him a lot, but the few times we saw him, he was winning the ball in midfield. But 6 out of 10, I would understand if you gave him a 5 out of 10, but nothing lower than that. Really, I don't think they did a bad performance. No, average or maybe just above average. 6 out of 10 for Nketiah. Players who are coming from the bench, not too many players today, just the 3 players who came off the bench today. Who was the first one to come on? Gabriel Jesus. You can definitely see, like, it can definitely can change the game for us. Not that much. I'm going to give Jesus a 6 out of 10 for today for the time he came on, the 30 minutes. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did I miss anything that he did that was spectacular? 6 out of 10 for Jesus. Who else came on? The rest came very late on. So, you know what? Since someone said Havertz came on, gave away the ball. For me, I saw Havertz coming on and winning a couple of tackles in midfield. So let me just confirm that. Let me check the stats. I gave away the got Havertz. The stats in the second half. I was going to give him around 5, but I want to see if I'm right in terms of him. Whenever Havertz had the ball, I usually look like what he's doing. Like, what is he doing? I have to see. I have to see what he's doing, because I know people are going to be talking. Was it 16 minutes? 16 minutes is like very little time. So I'm thinking I'm going to confirm. But anyway, I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10 because Jesus was on for a bit long, and I think Jesus worked for more. So I'm going to give Havertz a 5 out of 10. Wasn't on for too long, but I think he did okay when he came on. I mean, people expect when Havertz comes on for 10 minutes to score, and I don't really expect that. So 5 out of 10 for Havertz. Tomiyasu as well. I'm just going to give them a 5 out of 10. They aren't on for too long, both of them. So I think it's a bit unfair to judge for 10 minutes. But I mean, they came on, we didn't concede a goal. Tomiyasu didn't cost us a chance, or Havertz did not cost us a chance. So 5 out of 10 for the both of them. I'm still checking the Havertz stats. I want to confirm something because someone said he gave away the ball a lot of times. I didn't see that. So 5 out of 10 for the both of them. I know the internet is acting up. Sorry. Mikel Arteta. What are we going to give Mikel Arteta for today? I already know what I'm going to give him. Mikel Arteta, I am going to give Arteta an 8 out of 10 for today. Mainly because we kept a clean sheet at Everton. We usually don't do that. So I'm happy that we kept a clean sheet today. 1-0, we get the goal, we defend well. We didn't give them any opportunities, really. How many shots did they even have on target? Not many. I think Raya made one save. And also just ending our hoodoo over there. Like, we just never win at Everton for some reason. Like, they're even about to get a point against us today. Like, they're 18th on the table and they always turn up against us. So I'm going to give them an 8 out of 10. Not a 9 or a 10 because it wasn't flawless and faultless. Like, we got 10 or 12 chances. No, it wasn't that kind of performance. So I'm only going to give him an 8 out of 10. I say only, but 8 out of 10 is not that bad. I think 8 out of 10 is quite good. 8 out of 10 is quite good. So let me know if you agree with all that. Man of the match. I think today is not as easy as the past few weeks. I remember 2 weeks ago against Man United, it was definitely Declan Rice who was man of the match. Against Crystal Palace as well, I think it was definitely Declan Rice. Against Fulham, I think Nketiah came on and made a difference. I think, did we give him man of the match that day? I don't remember. And against Nottingham Forest, was it Martinelli or Saka, someone? Today, I don't think it's as obvious as saying this one is man of the match. It probably could be Saliba or Rice, one of them. It probably could be one of them. One of them might be the man of the match today. Saliba or Declan Rice. I'm actually going to do a poll on that one today because it's slightly harder. The other weeks it was very easy to say man of the match because Declan Rice had stood out easily. But today I think it's a bit different. So who was your man of the match? Let me know who your man of the match was today. It's a bit harder to tell today, but 8 out of 10 for Mikel Arteta. And my man of the match, I am going to give it to... Wait. I just remembered Trossard as well. Trossard came on and made a lot of difference, and he was on for like 70 minutes. So it's between the three of them, right? Trossard, Rice, and Saliba. Is there anyone else who we should nominate for the man of the match? Let me know anyone else we should nominate, and then I'll put a poll on it on YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook, make sure to get on YouTube and vote on the poll. I'll put a poll like 10 minutes after this. As he also says, Ben White. Ben White is okay. I'm not sure about man of the match, but he was okay. I might put him on the poll. Charles says that this is the best answer to defensive and anti-football Arteta. Anti-football Arteta. The guy usually has 90% of possession and they literally ripped every team apart. Okay, anti-football Arteta. And kudos to the boys and Arteta for getting the right team set up for such a battle. Arteta is not anti-football. He might have been the first season. I remember people are complaining about it. He's not anti. Last season he scored 88 goals. I don't know about anti-football. Rare makes our defense very cool. I like him. Good keeper for big teams. Says Daniel, or good goalkeeper for the big games, I think you mean. Ray and Vieira are absolutely on fire. Yes, Raya was good, but now he didn't really have any shots to save. That is why I'm not really considering him. I don't see Kai giving away the ball at all. Yeah, today I didn't see him giving away the ball. Like, if you're watching that game today and saying he was a problem, I definitely don't agree. Raya, I salute you, man. Fourth position right now, says Joe. Yes, next week beat Tottenham and you're back up there next to Man City. So we're only 3 goals behind them. Gabriel Jesus 6 says Celsa, so you agreed with me. Wait. I just remembered. Like, how dare me? You know what I just remembered? I've not rated Trossard. Did I give Trossard a rating? Oh, bloody hell. I literally forgot to give a player rating to the guy who just won us the game. Trossard, I absolutely I didn't include him because he was subbed down in the first half. I was looking at the people. I am so sorry, Trossard. I am so sorry. Let's do this again. Trossard player rating. I literally forgot to rate Trossard. Like, how dare me? I am so sorry. Like, how did I like this? The guy, like, I would have been crying right now if it wasn't for Trossard. 8 out of 10. I am so sorry. Did I rate him? I don't even remember. Did I give him a rating? I literally don't even remember. But he literally changed. I hope I don't even know. I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. I'm so happy. 8 out of 10 for Trossard. He made a difference a lot today. He scored the goal, fantastic finish. I have a feeling like I did, but I don't remember. But 8 out of 10 for him. He was incredible. When he came on, second half, he was like winning the balls in the midfield and creating a couple of chances. The goal, very, very good goal. So 8 out of 10 for Trossard. That is the other one. So he could be man of the match as well, one of them. So I really apologize, Trossard, for forgetting to give you a rating. We're actually celebrating right now because of you. So I really apologize. Let me take a few more comments. Someone says Rice. I'm definitely not going to include him. Yeah, I didn't give him a rating. So sorry, you're a Trossard. But yeah, 8 out of 10 for Trossard. John says Trossard should be 9. 9 is a bit high. 9 is like Rice against Man United was about to give him a 9 and not a 10. So 9 is that kind of performance. But that is fine, John. I mean, he was very good when he came on, so that is okay. I didn't absolutely try. Like, how can I forget him married? It's because I came on so early. That is why I forgot about him. I enjoy watching Declan Rice in that midfield. Probably is my man of the match, says George. I am so sorry, Omari. How can I forget about Trossard? So next up is the Champions League game. So would you guys start Trossard in that one? I think Martinelli is probably injured for that one. I don't think he'll play. Ben White is an unsung hero. I'm one of his biggest fans, man. I like everything he does on the pitch, man. People don't usually talk about Ben White, but even today, very solid. Remember, he's not even a right back. In these days, he is, but Lisa who plays as a right back. So I want to check Havertz before I finish this. So someone said Havertz came. I might be wrong. Maybe he came on and gave away the ball because I didn't see it. So Kai Havertz, let's check his sofa screen. They've given him a 7. So they've actually given him a very 6.7. He came on 83% in terms of passes. 1 out of 2 ground duels won. He made a couple of tackles in midfield. So come on. He actually won the ball a couple of times in midfield, so he didn't do badly. So that's why I gave him a 6 out of 10. Who else did I forget anyone else? Hopefully not. The one thing I want to check about Raya, there's something I want to check on Raya because I saw something incredible on Raya. Raya made 34 passes today. 32 of them were accurate, 94% in terms of accuracy. Oh my God. 7 out of 9 in terms of long balls. Now, Ramsdale usually has kind of the same, usually has like 70, 75, 80 in terms of accuracy. But maybe Raya is better in terms of playing football. But in terms of saving the ball, I still think Ramsdale is better. I mean, I didn't see Raya saving the ball today. I mean, because Everton didn't take a shot. But I'd like to give them 20 shots each and see who's going to save more. What's wrong with Jorginho? He's not playing at all, says John. I mean, he plays in the same position as Declan Rice at the moment, so he can't really take out Declan Rice and play Jorginho. Although I have no problem with Jorginho, like even starting against PSV. I have no problem with that. He's going to get his chances. I mean, he comes on, like he came on against Crystal Palace and he came on against Man United. I think the last 10 minutes. He comes on and he controls the game. That is what I love about Jorginho. So he knows why he's in the team. I don't think Jorginho is in the team to start. If he starts, I have no problem with that. But we have Declan Rice. Maybe against PSV, if we see both Jorginho and Rice, I also don't have a problem with that at all. Raya was superb, but wasn't tested in the real sense of it. That is true, John. That is why I didn't really give him a lot in terms of player ratings. Trossard is one dangerous player in the box, says Leo. But my stupid head forgets to rate Trossard. How can I forget to rate him the best player on the pitch when he came on? One of the best players. Yeah. So Fulham too. Yes, you're right. Jorginho came on against Fulham as well. Although, yeah, we didn't win that game. That is why I'm ignoring that game. But yes, he comes on and especially Crystal Palace. Jorginho and Zinchenko came on and we are down to 10 men and Jorginho and Zinchenko like literally control that game for 20 minutes straight. So he's going to get his chances. Driller says, Ghana forever. Glenn, please read my comment today. Mine is just to congratulate. I appreciate it, Driller. Thank you for watching. Today is Sunday. Tomorrow, Champions League preview. This is the first time I'm going to do a Champions League preview on YouTube, on Facebook. First time. We've never talked about the Champions League on this channel. It's been so long. I cannot wait, man. PSV, very good team. I just watched their game yesterday. I think they won something like 4-2 or something. They do score goal. They sold a lot of players, but they're still very, very good. Now, what you're going to do, I am going to go and I'm going to enjoy the Chelsea tears. I am going to go enjoy more Man United tears. I'm going to see what they're saying, how much they're crying. And let's go Arsenal. 1-0 to the Arsenal. 1-0 to the Arsenal. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Preview for the PSV